party. So I said to the person who was doing the designing of the credential, I am going to go to the printer. They close in 4 because of the weather. I want to go there before 4 so that them have to lock me up inside there. You can do the design. And say, that's what I did. When I look on my phone now, try to call somebody, I saw a call twice from Brother Nev. Brother Nev and a man who love phone, you know. Come like Elder Samson. 2 missed calls. I said, man, I told you know, so the car in the garage, man, and you call me to give him some money. I said, no, man, Elder Samson online. But he didn't get you. Elder Samson, many times I go up there and they said I can't get off the names of those persons who are no more active. Okay? And I didn't take him, I didn't take off the names. And he turned up yesterday, that he can sign with Elder Farkas. Elder Farkas' name is there as a member of the board of. And according to the bylaws, you need to have at least 2 district elders. So although Elder Higgins might be my assistant, he's not on the thing. Are you with me? Because when we were doing these things, he wasn't in the position that he's in now. For at that time, Farquharson was all right. And your name comes back on some papers as deacon. Okay, saints? But I can ask Elder Higgins to stand like I asked Bishop Dawkins and the other pastor. Remember Bishop Tracy and Bishop Carter and so many bishops that came to my ordination? Okay. All right, so Deacon Sean Bartley was in that car out there, that new car owned by Elder Bailey, driving to Mandeville, and a bishop was online and was talking to us. Am I right, Deacon Bartley? That we need to have at least 2 district elders, not you. And he was even talking about Missionary Sinclair, the certifying and the vow, the charges that if people are not charged, you are not altogether ordained. Remember, you won the election in the racetrack. You beat Mike Henry to become the member of parliament, but you have got to be sworn in by the governor. General, you have to make your vow. You have to swear on the Bible. People don't just come in a God church and make themselves ministers, as what some people are doing, and making themselves apostles and pastors and bishops. That everybody would have stopped do everything out there and turn preachers. Oh, you know what he's doing, son. All right, so I told Minister Jerome Dyer, who have served well, a few weeks ago, your church will be having ordination and you can watch online. Say, all right, he always watch. But guess what? God allowed him to be coming out here last week or a few days ago. And he didn't get to come to the general thing, assembly of the ordination. But he's here and leaving tomorrow. And God, as a person who was designing the ordinations, credential, finished Jerome Horn, the machine broke down. It run out of charge. It run out of charge as your own finishing. Should I lie? What do I get? Not even lousy Jamaican. The person that run a charge, they might go get another ramp to plug in to come up back, because this person build website and design things like these. Okay? And only Minister Dyers was processed. We must consider the way that God works and fall into place. Give God a chance to work. Stop doing it ourselves. So everything fell in place. So he's here today. Rainfall, if the church is full of people, I couldn't be talking this so long. Are you with me? But God has have a few people to be a witness. So here we have about to officially ordained. He was appointed, anointed, and confirmed. It's like getting married. You have what you call first, not engagement. Love must come first before you engage people. Then you have courtship. Are you with me? Love, courtship, then marriage. So after love and courtship pass the test, then you can engage. But engagement is not marriage. You don't have no right to go to bed and have sex because you're engaged. Am I right? So when you are confirmed, it doesn't give you the right to start to go out and do everything. Am I right? You need to wait until you have been officially charged. Paul told Timothy to charge them or to ordain elders in all the church. But before his decease, he said to Timothy, I charge you before God and the Lord Jesus Christ. Am I right? Moses, before his decease, said to Joshua, I charge you. And Joshua, before his decease, he charged Caleb. Are you with me? So the men who must rule over God's church must be committed to some kind of commitment. If this is the service for today, who are we that we should be offended? You know, me want to come here a long time to come rejoice. I have a good time, so some people didn't make it, but I have made it to be in the house of God. So Jerome Dyer, you have a little piece of paper there, sir? This is the ordination that would be normally used for elders because there has not been any much for ministers. Ministers, because there was no such ordination. You must, yes. Okay. So I come to you, Brother Jerome. The Mac thing here. The Mac thing. You have, listen to this. Are you listening? God warned Jerome. What's your middle name again, sir? Andrew Dyer. Look at it, me and my wife this morning. Andrew Dyer to be officially recognized. And he's set apart this day for you, sir. I'm just telling you, as Moses would. Now, listen to this. I'm going to use the ordination of elder for minister. The form of ordaining a minister. Whenever practical, ordination of form elder, I use minister. Minister should take place at the National Convocation and Officials Day. You have to have a special day for it take long. However, when this cannot be done, the ordination should take place in regional or district, here like us, meetings, are we having a meeting here, or by a bishop and 2 or more elders. 2 or more elders. Listen. When deemed necessary. I can use more than 2 elders. When the day appointed by God, here it is saying in the book, the bishop, because I am convinced that God set apart this day for Jerome Dyer because God has been using him and he's a young man and there's no limit to how far you can reach him. When the day appointed by the bishop has come, there shall be a sermon or exhortation, like Pastor Miles did declaring the duty and office of such. He did not stick to that. Nevertheless, the people were blessed. Has come to be admitted to the orders of ministers. After which one of the bishops or elders shall present unto the bishop, like Farquharson did in the General Assembly, the person to be ordained. I heard him made the announcement while I was in the office. And their names being read aloud. Are you with me? Why aloud? Because it is because if there's a great crowd, everybody in their church should hear who is going to be ordained. Just like getting married, the pastor would say in the crowd, if there be any person here today can show just cause why Jerome Dyer, Andrew Dyer, and Mary Jane Lewis may not be lawfully joined together, may you know what? Speak or hereafter forever. It's so also for ordination. It will show anybody inside the congregation can show why. Any person, if there, let me read it. Brethren, if there be any of you who know it, any crime or impediment in any of these, well, let me say, in this person, present here today to be ordained as a minister, for which he ought not to be admitted to that office, let him now come forth in the name of God and show what the crime or impediment is. These things must be done. It's not a self-proclaimed thing. The bishop